Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We've got the Detroit Pistons facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. And here are the Thunder now. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Lanier. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Rebound, Detroit.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it. Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
About the agility of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, able to get around that inside contact.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Dort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's his first trip to the line.
First 2 fouls. At the line for your Thunder.
Free throw good, Dort.
One of the things that I think opponents struggle with is Luguentz Dort and his build. You rarely see a combination of a guy that might not be that tall, but has that kind of width and explosiveness athletically.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Outside Hill. On the wing, Wallace. Lets it go. Here's Lanier. 4 on the clock. Goes up again. Outside for Thomas. Launches it. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now Dumars. After Lu Dort's three-pointer that didn't go. And here is Hill. No good with the layup. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Wallace. Shoots over Holmgren. Wallace misses.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he cut off every angle and then got his body on him. That's a Warriors effort.
Now, here's Dort. And Isaiah Thomas picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Back to Holmgren. Screen by Hartenstein. Shot clock at 5. Holmgren can't hit. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. The Pistons leading. It's Thomas outside. Connects from three-point range.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Dort. Fires for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Dort got 5.
The size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He can be really effective at any position on the floor.
Back to Thomas. And here is Wallace. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Good D by Holmgren. Down low. Wallace with the ball. To the middle. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dort. Back to Williams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And taken away by Wallace. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
This is where Hill can hurt you. Once he has a step on the D in transition, it's lights out.
It's Dort on the wing. There's a screen by Williams. Pass to Wallace. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender, has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Williams with the block. They retain possession. And he's good on the 3 ball. Thomas got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And the turnover again by Oklahoma City.
Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's the Detroit Pistons in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right at... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Detroit.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Picked by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Phillips picks him up defensively. Yep, that one goes.
SGA with some good movement, creating an easy opportunity for a teammate.
Pass to Rodman. Here's Stackhouse. Driving to the basket. And Stackhouse throws it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Launches a 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said, the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. We thank you for the report.
Substitution for your Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Phillips goes in, lays it up and banks it in.
Such a savvy player. Phillips senses his opportunity there and just takes it.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now here's Rodman. No scoring in this one. Stackhouse outside. Here's DeBusschere. Stackhouse outside. The kick out to Billups. Three-pointer. Here's Rodman. And Rodman with the slam.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Over to the left wing. Knocks it loose. To the left side wing. From the baseline. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Here's Lampier. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Dort wide open. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Dort's got 8 points.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Chauncey Billups gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Oklahoma City moving it around. Screen by Hartenstein. Dort. It's blocked. Here's DeBusschere. Another 3 for Detroit.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the Flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Pass to Dort. To the paint.
Oh, yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
The Thunder have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. That's to Lampier. There's the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, with Stackhouse's ability to attack the rim, that three-point shot is going to usually be there for him. Defend him too close on the perimeter, and you're risking a blow-by.
Holmgren with a nice move.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Inside. It's deflected. Now Waltz. Pass to Williams. Got a piece of it. Here's the break. Here's Lampier. And then Lampier with the dunk.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And so that's the end of the first half. Pistons lead by 15. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. And stolen by Billups. Detroit shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Second personal foul.
And Billups is a clutch performer, someone who isn't afraid of taking big shots. I just love how fearless he is.
Here's Lambier.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Thunder trailing by 16. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Holmgren's got 5 points so far. Billups inside the line. Kept alive. Back to Lambier. And it's blocked. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Right wing. Lock at 6. Latrey. And no good that time. Detroit leading by 13. Here's to Busher. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Pass to Rodman. Blocked again. Dort, left side. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 3rd. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from the wing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And then Lambier with the dunk.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Pass to Dort. It's taken away by Wallace. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. This summer, we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods in the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, DA. Thank you. Pass to Hill. And there's the drive. And it's Hill with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Hartenstein. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Assertive shot by Gilgeous-Alexander, not giving him a chance.
And here's Dumars outside. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Pistons lead by 19. Pass to Holmgren. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And the Pistons with possession here. Here's Lanier. To the inside. Wallace. Good D by Holmgren.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Back to Williams. We've got 1:18 left in the third. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Pistons leading by 19 points. Here's Thomas. Rebound by Wallace. Williams inside. A wide open look here for Caruso. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Pass to Wallace. Here's Thomas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 8.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. And here's Dumars outside. Buries it from 3-point range. Dumars got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Detroit. Wallace outside. Pass to Williams to end the run. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Williams has got his first points of the game.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Right side, Thomas. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so is Detroit, cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll return shortly. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pistons leading by 22. To the paint. And Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
On the wing, Wallace. Inside. Here's Williams. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Pass to Hamilton. From the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Hamilton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Love the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Pass to Tripucka. Hamilton outside. To the right side. Here's Bing. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Wiggins up top. Here's Wallace. No good with the triple.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Detroit.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man. I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Detroit with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Kick out to Hamilton. Pass to Howell. Here's Tripucka. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Williams. And a slam by Williams.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Howell. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Pass to Bing. Back to Drummond. The three. Howell with the bucket.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Holmgren with it. Now here's Williams. Dort with the ball. Covered by Hamilton. Three-pointer. That shot missing.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
And here are the Thunder now. Here's Holmgren. And the shot is good. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Bing. Pass to Tripucka. Here's Bing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Bing. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. No good from Hamilton.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
To the left wing. Pass to Howell. Here's Tripucka. Lets it go with a three. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Outside, Dort. Now Holmgren. Nobody near Williams. Drains it from beyond the arc. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Down low. Pass to Bing. Here's Howell. And the rejection by Holmgren. From deep three-point land. Bing can't hit.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before.